We're here with UCF middle blockers DeLaina Sarden and Kaye-Alese Green. Ladies, you both hit over 500 tonight in the match, a big sweep over Temple, who came in second place in the conference, one of the teams ahead of us in the standings. Just talk about what was working out there offensively for you guys to both hit so strong.
I thought definitely everyone did a great job of stepping up today. We gave Temple so many options that they had to be careful of that it was just leaving holes everywhere for us.
And Marie did a really fantastic job of getting the ball in the gaps, and our defense was crazy tonight. So it helps us a lot when we have a fantastic defense and our setters just doing a fantastic job.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of defense, they came into the match with the conference's leader in kills, and collectively as a unit, you guys held her to just 2 kills, and she actually hit in the negatives. What did you guys do to kind of counterbalance her abilities from the right side?
I think what we really did this week is focus in on their top hitters. As you know, when you shut down the top hitters on a team, you open up a lot more options for yourself. So what we did this week is we all started as a collective unit, especially the front row, talking to each other and getting everyone on time. When everyone's on time, we get touches and it shuts people down confidence-wise.
Absolutely, and again, hats off to the defense, because the things that we touched or things that were over us, they picked it up right away. So it was a great group effort.
How does it feel to be back at home? You guys had a little bit of a challenging 2 weekends in a row on the road, on a 3-game losing streak, longest of the season, come home and get a big sweep. Just how does it feel to play in front of the home fans again?
I love playing at home. It's my favorite thing. We've already been talking about how much the student section is growing and just the community support. So when you're having a tough time like we were, just to come back home and get a win, it makes everything that much better.
Absolutely. The fan base has been incredible, and so it's good to play where you know in your home court and with people who are there to support you.
Well, ladies, congratulations on the big sweep, and we'll talk to you on Halloween. We're here with junior outside hitter Ashley Gialenios. Ashley, great game for you tonight. 10 kills, hit .318, and actually had a couple of really big solo blocks. Talk about what was working out there for you, both offensively and defensively.
Offensively, Marie just kind of gave me a good ball, put it in the right spot, and I just worked it in. It was overall a team effort. I couldn't have done it without our diggers getting behind the blocks, blockers blocking, and Marie just did a really great job today with her location and her sets. So defensive-wise, we worked a lot this week, specifically on blocking and defense, and went back to the basics, went for the small things, and talking on the blocks between each blocker was really helpful in knowing the scheme. So the coaches did a really nice job this week with giving us the right materials to be ready.
Now, as a captain, you've got to kind of keep your head in the game at all times. You got to kind of keep your focus on things. Playing time has been up and down, but you really have kind of started to play a lot more here recently, and you've responded well. What did you do to kind of keep your head in the game and work hard in practice and kind of, get yourself back out there?
I really just relied on my coaching staff. I asked them kind of what I needed to work on and went through video, and I relied on my team a lot too. They helped boost me up when I need my confidence boost, and they helped keep me accountable and gave me feedback. So I just kind of kept my head in it and tried to get better every day. So.
Now you've got a really powerful swing with that right arm, and it seems like that when you can really get behind one, that you can kind of drive the crowd crazy, get your teammates pumped up with one of those big right-hand swings. So just talk about that for a minute.
I've always had naturally a stronger arm. I think it was just from swimming when I was younger. It's my blessing. I'm not a jumper, but I have an arm, so it's just the one thing that I kind of bring. It's a nice little tool in my toolbox.
Well, Ashley, congratulations on a fantastic game, and we'll look forward to talking to you on Sunday.
Thanks.
I think, for starters, I'm very proud of our team and how they competed tonight. Temple came in with a record of 15-4 and 5-1 in conference. They had just beaten 2 teams that we lost to on the road last week. We knew last week was a bit uncharacteristic. It really wasn't who we are. I think it's a convergence of a lot of things. A 4-game road trip is not easy, especially when you're playing the first, second, and third teams in the conference. It's nice to come back home and play another team the second, so we can kind of get some affirmation right away. The other thing I give the team credit on is, I told them on the bus when we came back, I said, this is not going to be an easy week. If you're looking for an easy week, it's not going to be your week, because we came in where we had been practicing maybe about 2 hours and 10 minutes. We went the full 4 hours this week between practice on the floor and the weight room. And there wasn't one complaint, one whine, nothing. Nothing but a team that was willing to do whatever it took to get things back on track. I give the leadership a lot of credit for that. The captains, DeLaina, upperclassmen, because deep down they knew that we had a lot of little things that needed to be done because the big things are already in place. We've already showed what we can do when we're functioning at a decent level. And I thought that's what we did tonight. I thought we came in and we functioned at a really high level, stayed fairly low air with the exception of a couple of small stretches. But those stretches last weekend in Houston and SMU would just continue to boil over to a breaking point. And somehow we dug deep and found a way to get that kill or make that play or put ourselves in a position to win a rally. That's the difference in the game. You know, we'll get a chance to play those guys up at their place. I'm sure, I have no doubt that they're going to be better at home. They're 5-0 at home. And big win for us right here.
Now, one thing that seemed to be a big difference in this match compared to the road trip was the passing seemed to be significantly better tonight, especially as the match went on, second and third set, compared to on the road. Just talk about the passing all around, just from the back row to Marie all the way through.
Well, I think in the last few weeks leading up to last weekend, we were working a lot more on system stuff, trying to open up our playbook a little bit. And when you do that, sometimes you go back and you kind of gloss over the fundamentals a little bit. And I got to remember that we have young players. We have first-year players in the floor. I can't afford to do that. I got to keep it where we're a fundamental-driven team who tries to excel in a system. And this week, we just pretended it was spring practice. And we spent an hour each of the 2 full days of working with tennis balls, working with mini ball passing, working on simple things like communication and area coverage. Literally, we broke it down to what we do in the spring, and the team completely bought into it. And then we would finish the last part of practice working on the other things that we needed to work on. But I thought that showed. I thought we communicated really well, missed very few assignments, and executed in the areas that we needed to execute to really lock into their big hitters.
Talk about Ashley Gialenios' effort for a minute. Her playing time's been a little bit up and down this season, kind of subbing in and out with Gallard in that for that L2 spot, but she played extremely well tonight. 10 kills, 5 blocks, two solo blocks herself, and she's really been one of those players that has kind of kept her head down and grinded it out. Just talk about her effort.
I'll tell you, Ashley's been one of the most unselfish kids that we've had since I've been here. We've had a few of them, but she ranks right up there. She just goes out. She knew what her limitations were. She knew what she had to do to be on the floor, and she continues to work on it. And she continues to work on her limitations. And, I think maybe we've got the right balance of Gallard and Gialenios depending on matchups. It could be either one of them on any night. I thought Taylor Gallard could have went out there and had a strong night. But Ashley was in there because I think Ashley has unbelievable block timing. She has a great gift for that. And as she said in her interview, she's not the biggest jumper, but she's a great volleyball player with an extremely high volleyball IQ, with great block timing. And we matched her up against their best player and told her to go get it. And the fact that she racked up 5 blocks and held their best player to a negative attack, she went out and did her job the way she was supposed to do. And I hope she's really proud of that because that helped this team go out there and win tonight.
Well, Coach, congratulations on a very, very, very impressive sweep over a team that was ahead of you in the standings, and look forward to talking to you on Sunday.
Thanks a lot.